One of the great things about photographing local locations is sometimes you'll see a composition, but for whatever reason you can't make it work on that day. But if it's a local location, it's easy to come back on another day, maybe with some different equipment or in different conditions, and try again. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So in this video I am trying out a composition that I failed to get a while ago. So 2 videos ago I did a quick review critique video of some of the images that I've shot since lockdown has been lifted enough for me to get back out and about again. And the very first image that I reviewed was actually the first image I tried to take when I got out with the camera and the tripod again. Now, even when I was in the field, I knew that image wasn't working. And in that video, 2 videos ago where I did the review, I explained exactly why the image didn't work. And I also talked about what I thought the solution might be. So what I've done is come out again this morning, and I'm going to see if I can get that composition to work. And the key to it is that first time that I came out, I didn't have the center column in my tripod. And today I have. So I am going to see if there's a possibility that having that little bit of extra lift available to me to get the camera a little bit higher is going to make this image work. We'll have to see. I'm going to start getting set up and ready, and then I'll talk you through what I'm doing, what the conditions are like, etc. By the way, if you enjoy this video and you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Okay, I've got my tripod set up on this little rocky bit down here. But the only way to do this is I've got one of the legs extended right down into the pool. And the problem that I had last time with this is, you can see where the top of the tripod is, and it just wasn't high enough to give me the view through the rocks and out to the arch, which is what I wanted. And it also meant that the top of the rocks over there was basically above the horizon for most part, and it was overlapping with some land in the background. I've now got the center column raised on this tripod, which is going to give me some extra height, and I'm hoping that that's going to be enough to make the composition work. So I've got the tripod in place. Let's put the camera on and see if it works. Okay, I've got the camera in place. I think the composition works. I think. Need a bit more light on the scene, hopefully, but I'm going to need some filters. I'm going to need an ND grad because the sky is a lot brighter than the rocks. So let's get that sorted out. Yeah. I think a 2-stop hard-edged ND grad should do it. It's a really awkward place to be shooting. These rocks are really wet and slippery and not very big, and I really don't want to fall in. I think I'm going to need a 3-stop. Gracias. Perdón. Un momento para hacer foto. Okay guys, turned up wants to fish right where I'm taking photos, so I'm going to take a shot now. I've got 10-second exposure at f11 and we'll see if that works. Okay, I think that works, so I'll let this guy do some fishing and I'm going to move on. Muchas gracias. Okay, so I've come out onto some really jagged rocks. It's a really uncomfortable place. The rocks are literally almost razor sharp in places, and then between that you've got wet bits, so you've got to be really careful. It would be very easy to slip, to slice your leg open. If you fell over on this, you're going to do yourself some serious damage. So I'm being really careful. But I think I've got a composition that works. It's okay. I don't think it's fantastic, but it's okay. What I've got is there's like a depression in the rocks here with some jagged bits in, and then as you go a bit further out there's kind of a little channel sits in there with some water flowing in, and it's got some like algae or seaweed growing on it. And with a bit of sea going out, then there's some land in the background and a little bit of warm tones in the sky over on the right hand side. I've gone to f16 and put the ISO down the low 1 setting, 3-stop ND grad, hard edged ND grad to hold the sky back, and just balance the exposure. And I am focus stacking because this rock in front of me here is very close. It's only, I don't know, 1.5 feet from the lens, something like that. So yeah, I am focus stacking. I'm not sure it's perfect, but there's not a lot of cloud in the sky, and what there is out on the horizon, so it's not great, but we'll see. Just got some light from the sun coming up behind the clouds now. doing a 3-image focus stack, one out on the horizon or on the land in the distance, one on the foreground, sort of mid-ground rocks, and one right in on the foreground. Okay, the sun's well above the horizon now. It's come up over the little cloud layer. Sadly, we didn't get any massively beautiful colours, but it was still quite nice. So I've taken effectively 2 images, 2 compositions here today. The first one was the retry of the one that failed. I'm hoping that worked, unfortunately, because the guy turned up to go fishing. What are you going to do? I just had to take the shot a bit earlier than I wanted, but then I thought it might work better as a bit of a blue hour rather than once the sun had actually come up, although maybe a bit more light coming under that arch would have been nicer. I don't know, we'll see what it looks like when we get it back on the computer. And then this one over on the edge here. So I've used the full height of the tripod and the centre column on one shot, and for the other one I've had the tripod pretty low down, although I didn't have to take the centre column out. I was toying with the idea to get a bit lower, but I didn't really need it for this shot. So it's time to go home, get coffee, get breakfast, see what we got, and I'll call this a video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up, giving it a like, sharing it on social media. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you're not already a subscriber, hit subscribe before you leave. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.